you for joining. It's going to be a few minutes. So once everyone is jumping on Periscope, please introduce yourself and say where you're from. All right. Well, my name is Natasha Ashley. I'm going to share with you a few things today. It's my Olga Bars joined. All right, thank you. So while everyone is jumping on the board, I'll just mention my name is Natasha Ashley, Richmond, Virginia. So introduce yourself, where you're from, so we could see who is in the scope. Because today I do have a lot of things to share. It's not going to take a lot of your time, but it's very valuable because if you're not scoping, it's probably a lot of information that you can use from the scope. Everything is free. All my giveaways are free, and if you don't know me, I'm actually going to flip the camera right now so I can introduce myself. Good evening, how are you? Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm Natasha from Richmond, Virginia, online marketer, home-based business owner, L1 leader with My Lead System Pro. Today is my turn to share value, everything I've learned for the last year. So, Reed Lovely joined, thank you. So, my giveaway today is everything I've learned about Periscope. So I've noticed a lot of followers, and now I have more than 1,000 followers within a few actually months. I believe only a few months I'm scoping as well. I love it. It is something raw. It's becoming very popular. Something that you cannot cut it, but you can repurpose later on, and you gain a lot of eyeballs on you. A lot of people just jump on the scope, and we have a conversation. This is the best way to expose to yourself, your brand, and the reason why I think it's very important, and I like, because it's really easy to gain your audience. If you are in network marketing, you can create your own audience, people who might be interested in your product or service. And then instead of, again, if you are in network marketing or even in regular business, instead of it's like another resource without any advertisement, without any parties, home parties, you can create virtual parties. So for those, and I've noticed actually when I scrolled my followers who followed me back, not many people actually on the scope. So there are a lot of eyeballs, but not everyone on the scope. So give me some hearts. You can tap it if you scoping, if you're active scoping, you had at least one scope that you actually turned the camera on and shared some value or whatever you were sharing. So give some hearts. All right. Well, everyone is passive. And for those who is really passive, I'm going to give away today maybe something that will help you. Like, I heard about Periscope at the beginning, but my first scope, actually, I started in August, and I had only one scope that I released. I was very nervous because I'm with a strong accent, I'm Russian. But, you know, all entrepreneurs, we're afraid, but we'll do it anyway. And you don't really need to perfect and wait till you learn this, so you can perfect while you testing. So we have fear, but we do it anyway. And there is no real fear because it will allow you to be who you are. So people could see exactly who you are, and if you provide value, if you share tips, if you are positioning yourself as a authority in your niche and provide constant value, you will have followers because people like to have values in their life. So I prepared. This is my 7th day of giveaways. There's nothing here to pitch. There's nothing for sale. Of course, there is way more trainings that are available for sale, but this is my giveaway For those who are searching that information, like I was searching once and was picking up nuggets from top earners. So right now, if you want to check, because it's 7th day, so we have 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th day, Facebook training, Instagram training, webinar magic training yesterday. So it's a lot of information you can check on my blog, Natasha's Gem, gem.com. So you can get all information. So let's get started. It's really a lot. I really want you to get on the scope and actually start scoping if you are in business. So this is a prime time. You know, it's so accessible right now with the turn of the button. You don't need to have any equipment. You can just turn button and whatever, introduce yourself, brand yourself. And this is what I'm going to prepare. If you're afraid and if you don't know how to set up an account, at the name of the scope, I prepared you at 23 pages of a download of the PDF. And it will show you step-by-step instruction, how to download app, how to set up your buyer, where is the clickable link. There are some changes already since this PDF was created, and I will add right now in a training. But at the end, you can go just paste the link in my scope, go ahead and download and use it. There's no string attached or anything, just use it for your success. So what I'm going to start, if you want to generate leads online and grow your business online, this is the best way and the easiest way to start branding yourself. So what is a Periscope? First of all, it's a free smartphone app that you can download from on iPhone or on Android. And if you are a listener right now, you already know Periscope. The best part that this is based off Twitter, so it saves me time, because every time when I follow someone on Twitter, and I follow on purpose, so I create my own audience from those people who might like my service or my product. So they automatically, if they are on Periscope, they're going to be on if they're on Twitter, they're going to be on Periscope. That's probably how it happened to be that you are one of the my followers, or I followed you, because it's follow unfollow system that I use. So we're here on a purpose. All right, so it started recently, and again, social media changes. It might not be available soon, maybe something advanced, but you can definitely use and be a part of the first people who create audience and build your audience, and just use it. It's always good to be at the beginning of the, at the beginning of a journey. And it's all created in real time. It's raw, it's uncut, so that's why it's so fresh, and you can see a lot of different things. So videos are hot, and it's everywhere. Videos have a lot of traffic. The best part I like about this, I can repurpose Periscope, and I can do a lot. So I create content once, and there's going to be a lot of different social media platforms where it's going to be. Again, if you have questions, guys, while I was talking, just please let me know, and I will be able to answer. It's a live stream. It's only several months, and Periscope has already more than 13 million users, but only 1% is scoping. So I've noticed too, people whom I follow or people follow me, only a few actually scope consistently, and the rest they just watch. Guys, there is no time to watch. If you're entrepreneurs, you need to jump, be confident, reach out, use these tools that I provide, and meet 2016 with reaching your goals, because it's so much content goes on right now on scope. It's about 350,000 hours daily, so it's like over 40 years of content every day. So you can connect with the others and learn. And this is pretty much how you can set up an account. This is I'm going to show. You can set up again. There is a clickable link right now in the bio, which we didn't have before. So you can set up your buyer and brand yourself, write about yourself. And there is actually a clickable link if you want to direct them somewhere where you want them to go. So you can do that. And then if you can auto save broadcasts like this, it's going to be in settings. So once you go in settings, it's very important. Before you start, you just use auto save broadcast. You can set up preferred language, and you just save it. So it's going to be saved to your phone, and then you can download it and you can repurpose. Now, from this point, I want to add, because now there are a few changes where you can see. You can catch and direct your traffic to catch.me with a K, catch.me. And it's going to be automatically saved there. So I'm going actually to, oh, sorry, catch.me, just 1 second. I want you to show, so you will be able to reuse, yeah, catch.me. And if I, the same, you can sign up with Twitter, and we might even see each other like right now live. Yep. So this is, well, it shows previous Periscope, so it didn't download yet. Yeah, so it's will be after we finish scope, it's going to be downloaded right here. So you can actually drive your traffic, and again, it's catch.me, right? You can set up, it's free app, and that's where you can go. Now, I like another app, and you can write it down. It's Periscope .tv, and you can set up an account with them. And this is actually free training right now. We are on a TV, and you can set up an account with them. You see? So, and this is actually free training right now. We are on a TV, and you can set up an account with them. You see? Okay, so to prevent echo, I don't want to double scoping. So it's Periscope.tv and set up your username. That's, I like to use actually that screen and record it and show hearts. So if you see value right now, guys, give some hearts and show that you actually react so we can communicate. Again, if you have questions, thank you. If you have questions, you can just type it in and I can answer to my best, or maybe direct you to somewhere where you can get that answer. Because you can, how I follow my scopers, right? The first thing I actually do follow, and I do it on Twitter. And again, it's like double deep, and they're so connecting. So if I follow, let's say, struggling entrepreneurs in all network marketing who might need this training, and follow them, and it's automatically it's going to be downloaded on Twitter. And then I just like regularly, I just follow right here, click, 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 and do it on daily basis. And again, with a few months, I have more than 1,000 followers now on Periscope. So it is very, very good. It's a targeted audience, and the same you can do it if you are, let's say, in a niche of health. You can follow, let's say, those people who might be interested in health and wellness coaches, or maybe like personal trainers, and just follow them directly. Most likely 30% will follow you back. So if you reach the level when you cannot follow anymore, you just unfollow and get fresh eyeballs and do exactly the same thing. That is the best technique. It's free. I don't use any paid advertisement. And again, if you give me some hearts, if that is you didn't know. So the same, I'm engaging. Sometimes I just pop on other scopes and I see and I just comment. You know, it's really important to, you know, to invite from other social medias. If you're on Instagram, or if you're on Twitter, on a Facebook, you can always invite to jump on the scope like a few minutes prior. And I found that this is actually the easiest way, like a few minutes prior, to announce that you're going to be on Periscope. You can add a banner to a blog if you have a blog, and just consistently scope. I pretty much scope now every day, and it's not that I don't have, you will ask me what to scope about. Well, if you're in network marketing, you probably have a lot of trainings that you can provide and be a solution provider for someone's pains and needs, maybe your team members. It's a great tip to introduce and brand yourself. Sorry. So use hashtags in the titles, and that gives bigger audience to follow. You can run contest. And again, I know it is not comfortable. You have to come out from the comfort zone. I did too. But guys, if I can do it, there is nothing can stop you from not scoping. I see a lot of people have one hard, those who just start. Don't wait. You know, let's say, this is how I do. If I have a training, I use 7 tips that I can share with the rest. Because you have to share. We are not hiding the information. You already probably know more than people who didn't know that training. So you can share that, and you can perfect and go through mistakes. Everyone has mistakes, but everyone anticipate that it's raw material, it is live stream, so a lot of things cannot be really perfect. So it's okay with that. But once you master, nobody will remember that you had one mistake in your scope, but you will see how you will grow. And invite other social network, invite your list, invite your team members. And you can actually use domain and buy just domain, so it would be easier to invite people, let's say coach that scope in your name maybe. So again, what share on the Periscope? You might share some tips, some leadership tips, marketing tips, health tips, spiritual tips. You can be really creative. I like to share what I learned because I found this is the best way of communication, and I like to share what's working because I want other entrepreneurs save time and have a little bit of a shortcut and in building their business, because this is really about helping others. So when you start scoping in the same, there is a few rules, because once you open the camera, it usually directs on something that is actually facing the camera. So sometimes I prepare a picture and focus camera on that and introduce myself and let other people to join and introduce, because it is amazing. If we are in network marketing and want to build a real big business, global business, we have folks coming from United Kingdom, from Saudi Arabia, it comes from Europe, from America, so it's all over the globe. So it is an amazing feature and connect with other people and share hearts, and all this is shared automatically on Twitter. You can set up like little you can actually select as a private. So I recommend, if you are scoping from home, I always do private, but if you are somewhere public, you can actually share it location. It's going to be very good for sharing Google. You can start conversation, you can do private trainings. So whatever you do, they just don't stop, just really just keep going. You really don't need any equipments. This guide, 23 PDF guide that I showed you right now, and all tips you can download free. And there's going to be training at the same. It's a 2-hour of power webinar with all these ninja tips and tricks on Periscope that will help you to start and be confident. The training is not by me. It is from really top online marketer, April Marie Tucker. She's in a lot of, she's a pro on a lot of different platforms, and she's the Instagram queen, and she put it all together. This tool I'm giving away, and again, this is a link in a scope. You can use it, scope.natashasgem.net. Download, share it with your team. And if you have more trainings, reach out, follow me, because tomorrow there's going to be another very good tool and a few more. And for those who just joined, please rewatch because there's a lot of tips that you can find out. Especially if you are not scoping, that would be a very good, powerful start for you, because it's a completely free download, and you can set up step-by-step instructions. If you're a pro, you might find a few tips that we share in training, because it's 2 hours of power webinar. So I'm going to flip the camera right now, turn back, because then I'll see if we have a few questions. If you have questions about Periscope, or any questions that you might have. Again, if you had value, if you think that you might use it and it's going to be valuable for you, just give some hearts and share with those who might. If you have team members and they don't scope, this is the easiest way. That's why we come to connect on social media. I shared with all team members how to start in Periscopes, because we want to succeed and leverage social media. So that's what we do. All right, in that case, if there's no questions, before we wrap it up, I would love you to, again, in the name of the scope, you can just copy and paste it and download Periscope Watch. It's about 2 hours of training. So that is, again, my 7th day of giveaways. So there are 5 more about Facebook, about Instagram. It's a great trainings and tips about creating evergreen content. Webinars, because yesterday I gave away I think the most powerful tool of a free training, a free webinar, so you can get that resource. And if you have any question marketing, you can just go ahead and find that on natashasgem.com. There is a day 8 giveaway, and use it. Invite your team members. It's free. You don't have to be any member or anything. Just as powerful tool that helped me and shifted mine and get results and get ranking. So that's how we grow. Otherwise, I don't think we have any questions. Again, have a very Merry Christmas. There's going to be more training coming out tomorrow and the next following days. So watch replays again on natashasgem.com. I put everything on blog. And also you can find it on catch.me/forward natashasgem, GEM. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.